Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. As we walk around this car, we are talking about a mouthful of trying to describe this car to somebody on the telephone or at a car show or whatever. You're gonna need a double poster because there's so many options, features, and things like that on here that this is not your normal Camaro convertible. We're talking about L79 power, meaning aluminum head, 396, 375 horsepower, probably closer to 450, but we'll just say it's 375 horsepower, okay? Cal induction hood, air cleaner, all the good stuff. Super Sport, Rally Sport, Endura front bumper. When we open the hood, there's a host of stuff under there too, and whatever, let's just keep rolling, okay? Come on over here and let's talk about some paint for a second. Because paint is what matters when you go to the show. So when you go to the show, people are gonna see this in their reflection when they walk up to your car. They're gonna be able to see exactly what their shirt looks like. They're gonna be able to see exactly what kind of camera they have. They're gonna be able to see everything. Then this car here's had the stripes clear coated over the entire car so you can barely feel them. That way they don't rub off when you're washing and doing those kinds of things. These are not the plastic version of these caps. I'm trying to show you some of the stuff that says, okay, this level of restoration is a little different than other levels that we've seen in the past. Not plastic here, not plastic here. Stainless trim rings. The center caps alone are $45 a piece. I know that sounds like not a lot of money, but you're talking $200 for just center caps. The trim rings, almost the same price. So just wrapped up in trim rings and center caps is more than the actual wheel cost. So by the time you buy a wheel, a real center cap and trim ring, you're at the $200 mark for one steel set of rally wheels. One wheel. So by the time you do wheels and tires, you're at the $1,500, $1,600 mark. So you can go walk around, you can add up all the stuff that's been done to the car. Power disc brakes inside here, which is really nice. Got the Rally Sport call out right here, Super Sport call out in the back. And just with me standing here and while you guys are looking at this car, this is one great piece of iron. The Houndstooth interior, no car today could pull off a Houndstooth interior, but you get in that car here and it's automatic that this is an upgrade. All right, so we looked at great paint. We've looked at the stripes, the emblems, wheels and tires, the callouts, all that good stuff. You're gonna open the hood when you go to a show. This is what they're gonna see and this is where they're gonna go, wow, okay? Check this out. Okay, come on up. For the RS front end, real vacuum actuators. Factory air conditioning here, not aftermarket air conditioning. Aluminum heads here. Cal induction, sealed up nicely there. Look at all the detail and restoration. The power disc brakes. Trim tag is there, like this here. Like look at how detailed the air conditioning is. Now this has had a couple modifications. You know, this is a professionally reproduced car, but it had a couple modifications to it. You can easily turn it to stock if you wanted to, but some of them are really nice and most people won't ever know that they're there. For instance, it has headers on it. You could get headers on a Z28 in the trunk from the factory that day. I'm not sure you could get this car with headers from the dealer, but from the dealer you could, but maybe not from the factory. But anyway, this has it on it. It sounds great. It's almost perfect to have. But if I'm calling out a couple small things that aren't correct, you know, I'm sure there's a couple little things. Anyway, this is nice here. You get your horns with fresh wiring, and you say, well, why are you talking about horns? Well, I'm telling you why I'm talking about horns. Because the car that comes from here, the turn signals work, the running lights work, the brake lights work, the headlights work, the horns work. You say, well, why are you talking about that? Well, because 9 times out of 10, they don't work when they get here. When I've purchased a car and the people tell me all these things work, it doesn't work. So I have to plow thousands of dollars in these cars to get them ready, and that translates into a better car for you. That price also includes free enclosed door-to-door delivery so that when this car pulls up to your neighborhood in this beautiful enclosed truck and the elevator lowers the car out of the back, all your neighbors gather around, wow, what did Jimmy get, what did Jimmy get? And outbacks this car. This car is ready to go. The oil's been changed, coolant's checked, temporary tag is on the back, the lights, all the stuff that came working on the car is working like it's supposed to, okay? And you get in the car and you take whoever it is you want to go for a ride, then you don't have to take it to your mechanic, you don't have to wait a couple weeks to drive it, it's ready to roll. All right, let's take a peek in the trunk. All right, this is kind of nice here, a little bit of lint in there. Nicely detailed, splatter painted, restored shakers back here for the convertible tops, cars, new weather stripping, gaskets, everything looks nice. Nice wiring. It did have some speaker enclosures that came with it. We need to finish installing those. Car just arrived, so we're doing a couple last little things to it just to make sure that the car you get is really, really nice. Okay, let's check out the inside here. Okay, so a couple of neat things. This Deluxe door panel, so these are more expensive ones. The other ones are flat and have the armrest just kind of bolted on. These are molded into the door and they look significantly nicer. It's a lot more money to do all of these things. As simple as embroidered floor mats. I know that doesn't sound like a big deal, but you can get a set of floor mats for $25 or you can get a set of embroidered floor mats for $125. You can do a Houndstooth interior, which is way better than just a Deluxe vinyl interior because this looks really, really cool. Pedal dress up. The reason I'm sharing all this with you is I want you to see the kind of money that's spent on this car. The trim rings around all the pedals there. Console with factory gauges. We have two shifter balls, one white one, one black one. Now the reason why this has it on here is this has a TKO 500 transmission in it. Because this car makes a lot of power, this owner went ahead and installed a 5-speed in the car. So you have the 4-speed plus this overdrive here, and it looks really cool. So it looks stock right here, but reverses down here instead of up and over. Little aftermarket stereo in there. What I would suggest is we put a stock radio in here for you, and in here we put a nice digital sound system. It's hidden, and no one would know that the dash is not all stock. Okay, got the factory 140 mile-an-hour speedometer. You got a 7,000 RPM tach, and check out some of this stuff too. The lights even work, shining down on the gauges. You got the vents here because this is an air-conditioned car. You would have gotten those kinds of things on this car, which would be different looking than most of the other Camaro dashes you could get. And you might say to yourself, well, this has air conditioning, no big deal. You know, what's the big deal? Well, the truth is, like, it was a pretty expensive option on the car. It was over 10% of the price of the car. And you know, relating to today's dollars, if you're buying a $40,000 Mustang, would you pay $4,000 extra for air conditioning? No, you would not. So this was very expensive, and that's why so few of these cars have air conditioning. You know, these cars look so good with the top up. It's weird. It's like most convertible looks way better with the top down, and of course this one does too, but this is one of those cars that just has great lines with the top up. I just want to show you that real quick. And also, it's one of those things too that's really fast. To put the top down, you come on a, you know, coming out of the work on a Friday night, head out to the parking lot, pop the top real quick, and you're really just ready to roll. Okay, enough of the talking about the car, but a couple things I want to show you too though, before I forgot. Is you got the tilt wheel, you got the 3-spoke stainless here, and the tilt wheel's nice because, you know, as we get a little older, maybe we'll get a little more room in our cars, but it's nice. It just fires right up. You can even see too, like, this car is still cold. Set the parking brake. Listen to that rumble, man. It sounds nice. And you know that this thing is bad A. Check it out. All right, in closing up this video, I just wanted to run down the list if I could for a minute. Only reason why is because I can't remember everything that's on this car. But listen to me for a second, because it's going to take a second. The upgraded transmission, that was like $3 grand. It's got the original 12 bolt in it with posi. It's got the aluminum head, big block motor with the cowl induction. We talked about the RS front end. We talked about the Endura front bumper. We talked about the power disc brakes, the power steering. This does have a Flowmaster exhaust. We talked about the headers, factory air conditioning, front and rear spoilers. I mean, just a loaded up car. It's a spectacular buy. And I got to tell you, if you're in the market for a Camaro convertible, and this is a kind of car that you can get where you can get every single item virtually offered from the factory, as well as like super high performance, this would be it. Call us 301-816-1000 and we'll tell you all about it.